What is up, Wizards fans? In previous videos here, which if you just scroll a little further back up on the channel, you'll be able to find them. We talked about what it would be like if the Wizards ended up with Cooper Flagg on the roster or Dylan Harper. Now let's talk through a little bit about what they do if they end up with the number 3 pick. That's where I think things start to really get interesting from them. I do think, barring any, kind of total changes from them or curveballs, that Harper and Flagg are pretty solidly going to be the top two guys on most boards. It's just really, like I said, that number 3 pick where things start to get interesting. I think a pretty good option in most people's minds is Ace Bailey or Arius Bailey, a freshman that played at Rutgers this season. Some reports I've seen of him being 6'10". I've seen him in person. I don't think he's quite that tall, but not really a shock that college teams kind of inflate somebody's height. I think 6'8" is definitely very reasonable, maybe 6'8" and some change. But he had a really good freshman season overall, 17.5 points per game, 7.2 rebounds, 1.3 assists, 1 steal, 1.3 blocks. Those stocks combined, I think, are always good to see from an analytics perspective and kind of make those prospects look pretty good on paper. So I think that was nice to see for Bailey, who was a little inconsistent at times defensively, but there are tools there that I think he can be a solid, switchable defender, maybe go potentially 2 through 4 in a lineup like that in terms of who he guards, which would be great for a Wizards team that's continuing to find versatile, switchable defenders. I think he fits into that mold, relatively well. So I actually think he'll be a better defender in the pros, longer term than he was in his one season of college basketball. I think the scoring is really the thing that excites most people about Bailey as a player. 46% from the field and 34.6% from 3 on 4.5 attempts per game. It was a sub 70% free throw shooter. So I'm not actually as sold on him as a jump shooter as some people are. I think a lot of it has to do with the overall shot selection, though. So did take a lot of tough shots, and he does make a lot of tough shots. But if he can find a way to get himself a few more easy looks throughout the course of the game, I think it'll help those percentages a lot. And when you just have more versatility in terms of your shot diet and shot profile, I think it makes you tougher to guard, as a defense. So it's something that'll help him longer term and helps the Wizards if he's kind of able to score from more places on the court than just like a lot of long contested two. We get some runouts, some dunks. He's a good vertical athlete, I think. So even him catching some lobs here and there, if they can make him like the roller next to whichever guard he's in pick and roll with, I think Bailey would be a solid option for them. And in that 3 range, there might be another guy or two you can make a case for, but Bailey has to be in that conversation at that point.